It's Shonda with From Dusty Beauty Designs, and y'all, we're baking today. So y'all, I love this recipe. It is a quick and easy recipe to bake a cake, okay? Now, I do bake homemade cakes, y'all. I used to do cakes, I decorate cakes, you know, the whole gamut, fondant, I mean, you know, all that. I don't want to do that anymore. Y'all done got older and I want to just have something easy, okay? So, this cake recipe is basically doctoring up a box cake. And you can do it many different ways. There is, and I got this from someone, so this is just my spin on it. But the basic recipe was, it was a triple chocolate cake. And it was a devil's food cake mix, an instant chocolate pudding, a bag of chocolate chips, a cup of sour cream, 4 eggs, a half a cup of water, hot water, a cup of oil, and a teaspoon of vanilla. That's the basic recipe. Now, I have used it, I did one a couple of weeks ago, and I did vanilla with vanilla pudding, and I used chocolate chips in it. So, the same recipe, but use that. So today, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to use a vanilla cake mix, okay? Now, if you have lemon, you could use lemon cake mix as well, but I didn't, so we're going to use vanilla. Vanilla cake mix, vanilla pudding. I'm using blueberries, fresh blueberries. I don't like frozen in this recipe. It just makes it too watery. So I use fresh, and then I'm using 3 lemons, and I'm using the juice of all 3 and then the zest of 1, okay? And then the same, everything else is the same. You literally just mix it in a bowl, put it in your I use it, this, is this a bump pan, maybe? I don't know. Y'all, this is old as Methuselah. My mother gave this to me probably 30 years ago, and she had already used it very well. So this has been around for a minute. This is my favorite. It's just simple, basic. And then that's it. Just mix it all together, put it in the oven, 350 for 1 hour, y'all, and it is the best. It's almost a pound cake consistency. So it's not, it's definitely a more dense cake, but y'all, it's so good. So let's get going. Let's do this. So I also use this Baker's Joy or whatever brand, it doesn't matter, with the flour in it. And I'm just gonna spray this. I'm gonna do it over my sink, so hold up, y'all. I don't want this all over my kitchen. And I just spray it all over it. And you could also just, you know, spray it with regular, or you could butter and flour. I don't know. I just have the best success with this stuff. So it's what I use. It's just what I do. Okay, so set that aside. Next thing I'm gonna do, just so I have them ready, is I'm using 2 cups of blueberries. Now, on my recipe, I put 1 to 2 cups because it's your preference. I like a lot of blueberry, so that's just what I do. Now, I also take my all-purpose flour, and I put about about a heaping tablespoon, y'all. And it's not an exact tablespoon because it's my tablespoon from my drawer. So, and then you just coat your berries, y'all, okay? This makes them so they won't sink. Just coat them up. Okay, just set that aside. Now, here we go. Let me grab my zester. The one thing I didn't put out. I'm getting a little zester, y'all. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and get those. Now, also, another little tidbit. The 4 eggs, y'all, room temperature. I don't know why, but it's best to bake with your eggs at room temperature. It keeps from, they won't seize things up, you know, especially if you're using butter, which I don't in this recipe, but if you're using butter, it'll seize them up maybe. I don't know. I've just always done it. If I didn't take them out in time, I just put them in a bowl of just tap hot water and just let them sit there for a few minutes, and it kind of brings them to room temp. So let me get that hair all the way right there. Y'all. Okay, so let me go ahead and do my lemons. So they will be ready. I'm just going to put them in this little, so you know, just roll your lemons, y'all, so you can get the juice out of them. All right. And again, I'm using the juice of 3 lemons and then the zest of 1. I'm not going to cut this one yet because I need to take the zest off of it. It's just easier if you do it that way. So, and I'm just using my little handy dandy juicer, y'all. And depending on how much juice I get, I may grab that 4th lemon over there because these are a little older and they may not have a ton of juice in them. That's why I wanted to go ahead and use these, which I like to use fresh lemon instead of like the lemon out of the refrigerator. You know, that lemon juice that you can get. I mean, I think it's real lemon juice, but I don't know. I just like using fresh if I have them. If I don't, then I will use. I always keep that on hand. Y'all, I love lemon. I love the tanginess. I love lemon. So, all right. And let me zest just this 1 lemon. And I have this little zester. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just a little zester, y'all. So I'm just going to zest this 1 lemon. I like the freshness of the zest. And you can, this is another part that you can do more of or omit. And like I said, if you had a lemon cake mix, you wouldn't even need to do this part, but I like the freshness of it. But I have made it with the lemon cake. Okay. So just the zest of the 1. And let me go ahead and get this juice. I think the prepping for it really is the hardest part of it all, and it's not really hard, y'all. Okay. Now, okay, so let's get to mixing it, y'all. Easy, easy. Okay, so I love this, y'all. I've had it for so long. Look, it's just gone. This is the Pampered Chef measuring cup, and it's great for like measuring peanut butter, sour cream, because you put it in and you push it out, so everything comes out of it. So let's get my cream, my sour cream, y'all. I'm not really sure about this sour cream. I mean, what? We're not going to use this one. I just bought this, y'all. Literally just bought it. And it's February. How's that? How's that a thing? Thank goodness I've got more. How was that February? Ew. Oh, Lord, y'all. Okay. This one's good. I should have paid attention. I'm usually better with looking at my dates, but clearly I did not. Okay, so there is my sour cream. The sour cream just gives it a creaminess. You don't really ever taste that sour cream taste, so don't worry about that. All right, and then last, let me go ahead and get my cup of oil. Actually, I'm just gonna put it in this when I'm done. Okay, y'all, let's get to mixing it. Now, everything just gets thrown in the bowl. That's it, just throw it in the bowl. Easy. Okay, so dump your cake mix. Then dump your pudding, and the pudding just makes it more moist, I think. I don't know, this is the recipe I do. And again, you can also use a lemon pudding here, you know. So this is endless. You could do the pistachio. You could put pistachios in it. You could add some almond extract. You could, endless, y'all. Endless, okay? Endless. Okay, so got that. Let's add our sour cream. Let me grab a spatula, y'all. Add our sour cream. Did I just get that all over me? Add our lemon juice. And it calls for a teaspoon of vanilla. Y'all, I don't know. I feel like that's a teaspoon. I don't know. I don't really measure my vanilla. I just add capfuls, and when it looks good, I'm done. That's just the way it is. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my eggs. Now, I crack my eggs separate before I put them in. Some people I know just doing it, I can't do it. I'm afraid, I'll get a shell, and I cannot do a shell. Or I will get a rotten one, and it'll ruin my whole recipe. Now, that has never happened. Just as sure as I don't do it, y'all, that's what'll happen to me. But the shell thing now, no. I don't really get squeamish with much, but I'm gonna tell you, that's one thing that'll get me. A shell when there's not supposed to be anything. Hold on, let me wash my hands. A shell in there when there shouldn't be a shell in somewhere, or a crunch. No ma'am. No ham. All right, so let's do our water, our oil. Now I'm using canola. You can use vegetable. I don't think you should, olive oil wouldn't make it taste great. You could also do butter. I don't do butter on this recipe. I like it better with the oil, the texture of it with the oil. So I'm gonna make sure I got everything. Okay, sour cream, eggs, hot water, oil, that, and then the zest of this lemon. Okay. Oh, sorry, y'all. That was big. That was really loud. Let me grab a paper towel. Y'all, I'm making dinner right here. I got this big old crock pot, and it is all up in my way. Yeah, my husband bought me the crock pot 500 or something crazy, but it's like the biggest crock pot ever. All right, so let's mix this together. And I just use my mixers. I don't hand mix anything I don't have to. No need. And I just mix it to when it's, I don't know, thick. Sorry, y'all. I just mix it maybe for like 2 or 3 minutes. That's kind of what I do. I kind of can look at it and see when it's the texture I want or need. And that's it. Now, I don't add the blueberries until the end, and then I just fold them in. Okay? So, kind of do it on low for a second. Get it incorporated. And then I turn it up to medium. And that's when I do it for 2 to 3 minutes. And again, I'm just kind of looking for I'll show you in a second the consistency. It's almost like a big, it's just a big consistency. You know, your pound cakes, that's kind of more of the consistency. Now, I'm no professional, okay? No professional. This is just what I do. It turns out great every time. You can use that recipe on all flavors, add whatever. Simple, simple. Okay. I'll show you the consistency. Let me wipe my sides down, y'all. So that's the consistency I'm looking for. See? Not runny, you know, Okay, then add in your blueberries. And I just fold them in, okay? Now, again, I use a lot of blueberries. I had 2 cups. You don't have to use that many, but I like them. I actually have 2 blueberry bushes. We had 6, and we gave some away. But I still have 2, and y'all, I love blueberries. Love them. I love just going out there and picking some and putting in my yogurt in the morning. Y'all, so good. Okay, so we've got our pan. We dump it in our pan. And just evenly distribute it, y'all. Just like any other cake. And then it goes into the oven for 1 hour. Now, I start watching mine at 45 minutes. I have a new stove, new oven, and it tends to be a little hotter, I think. So I just watch it at starting at 45 minutes. So I set my timer for 45 minutes and start watching it. Okay. Even it out. And I do this just a little bit, kind of gets air bubbles out. Not sure if it's necessary, but that's it. Put it in the oven for 1 hour, and I will come back and show you what it looks like. Thank y'all. Here's the recipe, y'all. All your ingredients, and here's the cake. Yum! I did make a glaze, y'all, with 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and juice of 1 lemon. Enjoy!